Can you listen my words? One or two students, can you listen me? Is I'm audible to you? Students, is I'm audible to you people? Okay. 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 I received it. We can start. We were dealing with the chapter that is Plant Kingdom. In that, we have completed nearly 3 groups. That is algae, bryophyte, and pteridophyte. And gymnosperm, we are completing. Still some small part is left out. Gymnosperm yesterday, we have completed morphological structure, how a plant looks. Then we have completed the part which are involved in reproduction. That is how male gamete producing structure, how male gametophyte is produced and how female gametophyte is produced. In that we have come across that gamete producing structure, that is pollen grain in case of male and archegonia in case of female, is produced on different cones. Male cone is different and female cone is different. Male cone produces pollen grain and female cone produces archegonia. And these structures are produced on sporophylls. Microspores are produced in microsporophyll and megaspore is produced on megasporophyll. Microsporophyll beer or microsporophyll produces many microsporangia, and in microsporangia pollen grains are going to be produced. And megasporophyll will produce a ovule, that is nothing but megasporangia, inside which a female gametophyte is produced that produces archegonia. Okay, that is the place where we stopped it. Now, slight brush up of the things. Answer my question. What is this plant is? What is this plant is? मेरे को ये plant का नाम बताइए भाई. What is the name of this plant? MashaAllah. Okay, go ahead, go ahead. Very good. Okay. Okay. This plant is Markentia. Is it male or female? Is it male or female? Is it male or female? Bryophyte Markentia. Is it male or female? It is female. It is female. We understood by observing this structure. If Archegonia is there, then it is female. If a plant that have antheridia, that is a male plant. Okay. Now, whether this plant is gametophyte or sporophyte, whether this plant is gametophyte or sporophyte, or gametophyte hai ya sporophyte hai, gametophyte or sporophyte. Okay. Okay. Somebody is saying both, somebody is saying gametophyte, somebody is saying sporophyte. It is gametophyte. It is gametophyte. Gametophyte. If this plant if it is having a foot, seta and capsule, if it is having this structure attached to this plant, then this is sporophyte. Sporophyte. Okay, observe here, out of sporophyte and gametophyte, this is sporophyte and this is gametophyte. Out of these two phases, sporophytic phase and gametophyte, which is independent and which is dependent? Is gametophyte is independent or sporophyte is independent? Which is independent? Which is independent? Is gametophyte is independent or sporophyte is independent? It is gametophyte which is independent. It is gametophyte is independent. Gametophyte, it is photosynthetic. It will have rhizoids. It will have rhizoids. And it is independent. It is independent. Whereas sporophyte is dependent. Whereas sporophyte is dependent. Whereas sporophyte is dependent on gametophyte. Now, another plant I'm going to draw it. This diagram, I drew it earlier. What is this diagram is? ये क्या diagram है भाई? Heart shape है, parenchymatous, multicellular structure, and it is having antheridia and archegonia. It is having antheridia and archegonia. It is having antheridia and archegonia. I will draw antheridia and I will draw archegonia. Antheridia and archegonia. Now, what is this plant is? What it is? What it is? Yes. Yes. It is right. It is prothallus. It is prothallus. Bryophyte or pteridophyte? Bryophyte or pteridophyte? Bryophyte or pteridophyte? Bryophyte or pteridophyte? It is bryophyte. Prothallus. It is bryophyte. It is pteridophyte. Bryophyte. It is pteridophyte. Protonemma comes in bryophyte. Prothallus comes in pteridophyte. Prothallus comes in pteridophyte. Is it gametophyte or sporophyte? It is gametophyte or sporophyte? It is gametophyte or sporophyte? Gametophyte है या sporophyte है? It is gametophyte. This is also gametophyte. Gametophyte. Now, it is gametophyte. Okay. Is it free living or dependent? It is free living or dependent? It is free living. It is free living. Bryophyte, 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 bryophytes, gametophyte is free living. Pteridophyte, pteridophyte, pteridophytes, gametophyte is free living. Okay, both the gametophyte, unlike in bryophyte and pteridophyte, where gametophyte is free living, independent, free living, independent. When it comes to gymnosperm, gametophyte, now I'm saying gametophyte, that is pollen grain, that is male gametophyte, and archegonia producing structure, that is female gametophyte, in case of gymnosperms, observe, male gametophyte and female gametophyte of gymnosperm are not free living. They are dependent. On whom they are dependent? They are dependent on sporophyte. Whereas bryophyte, gametophyte is free living and independent. Gametophyte of pteridophyte is free living, independent. Whereas both male gametophyte as well as female gametophyte in case of gymnosperm are dependent on sporophyte. They are dependent on sporophyte. How it is? Just observe here. In case of gymnosperm, male gametophyte, that is nothing but pollen grain, are produced in the sporangia or sporangium, and inside the sporangium itself, male gametophyte completely develops. Complete development of male gametophyte up to 3-cell stage. This male gametophyte, that is nothing but pollen grain, will remain inside the sporangia. If it get released, if it get thrown out before the maturity, before it becomes mature, it will die. So it will be shed only after complete development. That is why we are saying that male gametophyte is completely dependent on sporophyte. Now comes female gametophyte, where the female gametophyte is developing. In sporangia. What is sporangia? Sporangia is nothing but an ovule. In the center of the ovule, what will be present? In the center of ovule, nucellus tissue. That is nucellus tissue. In that nucellus, one cell transform itself into megaspore mother cell that undergoes meiosis. Out of 4 cells, 1 cell develop into female gametophyte that produces many archegonia, 2 to many archegonia. Before production of archegonia, if we break the ovule out, if we get the ovule out of the sporophyte, what will happen to the ovule? Ovule will die. Once the ovule will die, that is a gametophyte, that is archegonia producing structure also will die. So, in case of gymnosperm, male gametophyte as well as female gametophyte, that is archegonia bearing structure, that is female gametophyte, is dependent on sporophyte. So, once the male gametophyte or pollen grain is fully matured, this pollen grain will be released out. Pollen grain will be released out, and this pollen grain will be carried to female reproductive part, that is ovule, female sporangia, that is ovule. By whom? Who will carry this pollen grain? This pollen grain will be carried by wind. Remember, in gymnosperm, the carrying agent of pollen grain from male reproductive part, that is male sporangia or male cone to female cone, is wind. Wind is the carrier. Wind is the carrier of pollen grain. The transfer of this, another word, I'm introducing another one. The transfer of pollen grain, from female reproductive part, from male reproductive part to female reproductive part is called as pollination. Is called as pollination. Pollination in case of gymnosperm, is by means of wind. Important point for your NEET examination. Pollination of pollen grain or pollination in case of gymnosperm is by means of wind. So, pollen grain comes and lands on the mouth of the ovule, on the tip of the ovule, where a small opening is present. That is called as micropyle. Later you will come across a micropyle. Here, this pollen grain that is carrying male gamete, will discharge male gamete, will throw male gamete, will liberate male gamete, and male gamete reaches the egg, and fertilization takes place. So, fertilization is taking place inside archegonia, inside ovule. So this is how the fertilization will take place. Zygote. Now observe, post fertilization changes after fertilization. Once the fertilization takes place, what will happen? The egg cell plus sperm, that is male gamete, fuse together, produces zygote. So zygote transform itself into embryo. So after fertilization, a zygote formation takes place. Zygote is a result of union of male and female gamete. After fertilization, we will get zygote. Zygote develops into what? Embryo. What will happen to this structure that is called as ovule? Can anybody guess it? What will happen to ovule? Ovule transform itself into seed. Okay, ovule transform into seed. Now observe, is this seed that is matured ovule is covered by any fruit. Is it located inside the fruit? No, it is not located inside the fruit. So seeds are naked. Seeds are naked. In which plant? In gymnosperm. Okay, this ends gymnosperm. If you have any doubts, clear it. If you have any doubts, clear it. Now is it okay for you people? Is the writing and all the things are okay? Brightness is okay? Sir, it is too bright. What should I do? If it is too bright, discharge their content. Gametes are released near the mouth of the ovule. Is any doubt? Sir, strobili. This is one. Sir, don't erase the board. I'm not erasing. Why I should not erase? Okay. Okay, observe here. This is one fill. What is fill? The student who have asked the doubt, for that student. What is fill? Fill के माने क्या है? Fill, that is 3 to 4. 3 to 4 boys group. Fill mean what? Fill means leaf. Fill means a leaf. Okay, okay. Okay, 3 to 4. Now, on this leaf, sporangias are produced. On this leaf, sporangias are produced. Now, what will happen to now? What we can call this leaf? Sporophyll. Because it is a leaf that is producing spore, that's why we are calling it as sporophyll. It is a sporophyll. Maybe megaspore or microspore, that is none of our business. But it is producing fill, that it is producing spore. That is why it is called as sporophyll. Now, observe, a common axis is there, a stalk is there, or a branch is there. On that branch, this is one fill I am drawing. This is one fill that is having sporangia. This is another fill that is having sporangia. This is another fill that is having sporangia. All these fills, that is sporophylls, are very near to one another, compactly arranged. ऐसा arrange हो गया है very close to one another. without any gap between that. This compact structure is giving a look of cone. This cone is called as strobili. This cone is called as strobili. This cone is called as a reproductive structure or strobili. Hope I have cleared the doubt. Is it clear? Strobili. Yes, sir, I understood. Jazakallah khair. Okay, fine. Okay, now we'll proceed with the next topic, that is angiosperm, the last plant, last group of a plant, that is angiosperm. How many types of plant we have completed? That is 4 types we have completed. What are the 4 types? That is, first one is algae, second one is bryophyte, third one is pteridophyte, fourth one is gymnosperm. Remember, all the characters of plants, you have to be very clear and crystal clear. It should be all the points I have explained, that is there in NCERT. पूरे पॉइंट्स 1 से 2-3 मर्तबा रिवाइज करते रहिए. गेमेटोफाइट क्या है, स्पोरोफाइट क्या है, algae में कौन से कैरेक्टर है, what are the characters of algae, how the reproduction in algae, how many branches of algae is there, what is chlorophycy, phaeophycy, rhodophycy. Then comes bryophyte. In bryophyte, liverworts and hornworts, liverworts, hornworts, and mosses are there. Again, pteridophyte. We have 4 last 2 lines I have said to remember. And now gymnosperm we have completed. In gymnosperm we don't have further classes. We have classes. Nettles are there, coniferales are there, further classes are there, but that is those who are exclusively for botany study, they can understand it. But for you people, it doesn't require. Okay, angiosperm. In case of gymnosperm, ovules were naked. That just now we have completed. Ovules were naked. Ovules were not having any cover. Whereas in case of angiosperm, ovules, these are the ovules I am drawing, ovules. These are the ovules that are produced inside ovary. Observe, this is one ovule, 4 ovules I have drawn, and that is present inside ovary. Where ovary is present? Ovary is present in flower. So ovules are present inside the ovary, and where ovary is present? Ovary is present inside the flower. So the flower is a reproductive part of angiosperm. Okay, ovules. What is the ovule? Ovule is nothing but megasporangia. Megasporangia or megasporangium. Inside which, what we are going to get? Inside which we are going to get female gametophyte. Sir, what about male reproductive part? A flower will have male reproductive part also, that is androecium. You might have seen in many flower this type of structure. These are nothing but stamen. Stamens. So 2 parts I have written. One is stamen, another ovary. So ovary, if we complete the structure of ovary, we will have 3 parts of female reproductive part, that is gynoecium. Female reproductive part is gynoecium, or it is also called as pistil. Gynoecium are also called as pistil. Remember, pistil will have 3 parts. What are the 3 parts of pistil? One is stigma, another one is style, and the last part is ovary. So female reproductive part in the flower, is what? Is gynoecium, made up of how many parts? 3 parts. What are the 3 parts? Ovary, style and stigma. Ovary, style and stigma. Female reproductive part of the flower is gynoecium or a pistil. A gynoecium or a pistil will have how many parts? 3 parts. What are the 3 parts? Ovary, style and stigma. So which part will have ovules? Ovary will have ovules. Style will have ovules. No, style will not have ovules. Stigma will have ovules. No, stigma will not have ovules. Which part of the gynoecium will have ovules? That is, ovary will have that is the ovules. So ovules are inside the ovary or outside the ovary? Ovules are inside the ovary. So ovules are covered or not covered? Ovules are covered. In which plant ovules are not covered? Ovules are naked. कौन से प्लांट में है ovules, naked ovules? जरा बताइए. Gymnosperm ovules are naked. Angiosperm ovules are covered. Ovules will transform itself into seed, and ovary transform itself into fruit. That already we have discussed it in yesterday's class. Okay. So what is the fate of the ovary after fertilization? Ovary turns into fruit. Ovary turns into fruit. What will happen to ovules? Ovules turn into seeds. So seeds are inside the fruit or outside the fruit? Seeds are inside the fruit. Seeds are inside the fruit. So in angiosperm, ovules are covered. In angiosperm, seeds are covered. In gymnosperm, seeds are uncovered, naked. Ovules are uncovered, that is naked. That is the main difference between male, that is gymnosperm, and angiosperm. And a flower is a main structure, reproductive structure in case of angiosperm. Okay, general morphology की तरफ जाएंगे. These plants are widely distributed. बहुत ज़्यादा distribute हो गया है. Almost all the places. It covers almost all the places. Widely distributed, occur in almost all the places, in wide range of habitat, and their size also. The smallest plant belongs to angiosperm, that is Ulfia. याद रखिए ये नाम, Ulfia is the smallest plant. Centimeters में है भाई, it is in centimeters. Smallest plant, smallest angiosperm is Ulfia. Smallest angiosperm is Ulfia. And the tallest angiosperm is Eucalyptus. The tallest plant is Eucalyptus. The tallest plant is Eucalyptus. The tallest plant is Eucalyptus, 120 meters. Is it taller than Sequoia? Is it taller than Sequoia? No, it is not taller than. Tallest angiosperm is Eucalyptus. Tallest plant, if we considered, that is Eucalyptus, that is a Sequoia. यहाँ पे confused नहीं होना. Question में ऐसा भी friends था. Tallest plant in the world. Tallest tree in the world. For tallest tree, tallest plant, we have to go for Sequoia. Tallest angiosperm, that is Eucalyptus. Tallest angiosperm is Eucalyptus. Smallest plant is Ulfia. Smallest plant is Ulfia. What are their uses? बहुत सारे, used as a fuel, used as a timber, used for construction purpose, used as a food, used as a medicine. Vast range of uses are there. That is angiosperms uses. Now we will start with there are two classes. There are two classes of angiosperm. We have two classes of angiosperm. One is dicotyledons. 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 Dicotyledon. Dicotyledon. And another class is there, monocotyledon. Dicotyledon and monocotyledon. Dicotyledon and monocotyledon. How many classes an angiosperm will have? Is having, that is two classes. What are the two classes? Dicotyledon and monocotyledon. Dicotyledon and monocotyledon. What is the difference between dicotyledon and monocotyledon? A dicot seed will have a dicot seed will have two cotyledons. Observe here, one Bengal gram I am drawing. Chana dekh ke hai Bengal gram. If you soak it, if you press it, you will get two pieces. Two pieces that are attached to one another. Okay, this is one cotyledon. This is another cotyledon. The seed of dicot will have how many cotyledon? Two cotyledon. In science, two is called as dicotyledon. A seed of dicots will have two cotyledon. A seed of dicot will have two cotyledon. Whereas seed of monocot, rice, we have wheat, we have ragi, we have bajra, we have so many. It will have only one cotyledon. The seed will have only one cotyledon. Just rice plant, I'll write. One cotyledon. Only one cotyledon. Only one cotyledon. Okay, this is one difference. Dicots will have leaves with reticulate venation. Observe the leaf here. This is one leaf I am drawing. It is having one main midrib. It is having main midrib. Central one rib, central one vein, mid vein is running, and that mid vein is divided into many divisions, and that division are further divided, and it forms a network. It forms a network. Network in science is called as reticulum. Network in science is called as reticulum. So venation in case of dicots is a reticulate venation. Venation in dicot is a reticulate venation. Venation in dicot is a reticulate venation. So how to identify reticulate venation? We will have midrib, we will have midway that is divided, and further division will take place, and the complete leaf will have many veins spread in that complete lamina that will form a network-like structure. Network in science is called as reticulum. That's why venation is called as reticulate venation. Whereas in case of grasses, you might have seen a leaf will have a leaf, grass leaf I am drawing. Leaf will have one midrib, another midrib, or many veins are there that are running parallel to one another, If the branching is also taking place, that branching is also will be going to be parallel. The branching is also going to be parallel. There is no network formation. There is no network formation. This type of venation is called as parallel venation. This type of venation is called as parallel venation. This type of venation is called as parallel venation. So two differences. Dicot will have two cotyledons. Monocot will have one cotyledon. Dicot will have reticulate venation. Monocot will have parallel venation. Okay. Now, flower. थोड़ा डेप्थ में जाना है, जरा ख्याल रख के ये करिए। पुराने फिल्मों में आया था, आई डोंट वांट टू टेक दैट एग्जांपल। This is one stalk of a flower. A stalk that ends with a solan structure. एक solan structure रहता, that is called as thalamus. That is also called as torus. I don't want to go in depth now. Next chapter we have. Okay. Okay. Now, लोअर मोस्ट नोड एक ऐसा हिस्सा जहां से बहुत सारे पत्ते निकल रहे आर वन पार्ट फ्रॉम वेयर मेनी अपेंडेजेस आर अराइजिंग, द लोएस्ट. I want complete your attention. One node. Now another node, three nodes I have written here. Three nodes I have written. Each node, the lowest node, this is one appendage, that is one calyx. This is another calyx, lowermost only. From beside, one more calyx. From front side, one more calyx. Four calyx, another one, five calyx. First node, first whorl is having how many appendages? Zara bataiye. First whorl is having how many appendages? First whorl is having how many appendages? थोड़ा मेरे को बताइए. 5 appendages. Very good. 5 appendages. एक whorl में 5 appendages है. Is it clear to everyone? 5 appendages. एक whorl हो गया. Next whorl. Now I will write these are the green color. Green color के structure थे. First whorl is over. Now I am taking second whorl, that is brightly colored. Petals ले रहा हूं. Observe petals. This is one petal. This is another petal. Second whorl I am writing. This is next another petal, that is beside, next to it, 3 and 4 and 5. Second whorl. How many appendages are there? 5 appendages are there. 2 whorls I have mentioned. If I write 10 whorls also, a flower in some plants, in dicots, a plant will have, some plants will have for each whorl 5 appendages. Next whorl 5 appendages. Next whorl 5 appendages. In science, 5 is called as penta. Science, 5 is called as penta. Each whorl is having how many appendages? 5 appendages. The study of this arrangement is called as merosity. So 5 penta, merus, merosity we are talking about, penta, merus. So now question, if a flower, in a flower, each whorl, let it be 10 whorls, each whorl is having 5 appendages, then the flower is called as pentamerous. Let it be 10 whorls, but each whorl is having how many appendages? 5 appendages, pentamerous. I want you to repeat. If each whorl of the flower is having 5 appendages, if each flower, in each whorl of a flower is having 5 appendages, then the flower is called as pentamerous. Each layer, instead of whorl, you will get confused with that. Each layer will have 5 appendages. That flower is called as pentamerous. Okay. Some flower will have 4 appendages. Here 5 appendages are there. Some flower will have 4 appendages. 4 is called as tetramerous. 4 appendages, tetramerous. 4 appendages, tetramerous, pentamerous and tetramerous. So dicots will have a flower that will be pentamerous or tetramerous. A flower will be pentamerous or tetramerous. What is pentamerous? Each whorl will have 5 appendage, next whorl 5 appendage, next whorl 5 appendage, pentamerous. Each whorl having 4 appendage, next whorl 4 appendage, next whorl 4 appendage, then the flower is tetramerous. In dicotyledonous plant, the flower is pentamerous or tetramerous. Flower is tetramerous or pentamerous. Whereas in case of monocots, it will have 3 appendages, that is trimerous. Okay, these are the difference between dicot plant and monocot. Thousands of differences are there. It is not 1 or 2. Thousands of differences are there. Dicot, monocot, even structure of pollen grain differs. Okay, that later in higher classes you will come across. But 3 differences are mentioned. 1, presence of cotyledon. 2nd, venation. 3rd, structure of flower. If a seed, if you got a seed, as soon as you press, you get 2 pulses, 2 parts, 2 pulses. Then what you will call it as? Dicot or monocot? It is dicot. If you press, you will get only 1 piece, then it is monocot. If you observe, the venation is reticulate, forming a network, then what plant it is? Dicot. If you observe a leaf with a parallel venation, which plant it is? It is monocot. If you observe a flower in that each whorl is having 5 appendage, then what it is called as? Dicot flower. If a flower, if you observe 4 appendages are there, then it is called as a dicot. If a flower is a pentamerous, it is a dicot plant. If a flower is tetramerous, it is a dicot flower. If a flower is trimerous, that means 3 appendages, then it is a monocot. एक छोटा एक ड्रिल कर लेके आगे बढ़ जाएंगे हम. We will proceed further. लिली फ्लावर को मैं ड्रॉ कर रहा हूं. लिली फ्लावर. First whorl in black color I am drawing. First whorl देखिए. This is 1. This is 2nd. This is 3rd. Okay. Three appendages I have written. This is first whorl. Now, red color, second whorl. So total how many appendages are there? Total appendages बताइए इसमें कितने हैं? 6 appendages are there. 6 appendages are there. Very good. 6 appendages. So total 6 are there. In how many orals? In how many orals? कितने oral? 2 orals में है. One oral is having how many appendage? One oral is having how many appendage? 3 appendage. Is it monocot or dicot? Is it monocot or dicot? It is monocot. It is monocot because it is trimerous flower. Now another one I am drawing. Another one. Same it is giving. One oral itself. Is it 2 color I have used? No, 1 color I have used. How many appendages I have written? How many appendages I have drawn on that? How many appendages? 5 appendages. What plant it is? What plant it is? Dicot. It is a dicot. By seeing a flower, you can say that whether it is a monocot or a dicot. Okay. Now we'll proceed. Reproduction will. Okay. You understand one structure of a flower. A flower will have a stalk in case of some flowers which is having stalk, and it will have a solen structure that is called as thalamus. That is called as thalamus. On thalamus, first whorl, that is calyx. First whorl, that is calyx. Second whorl, corolla. Second whorl, corolla. Third whorl, important one. Third whorl, that is androecium. That is androecium. Third whorl, androecium. Fifth whorl, the last one, is gynoecium. Okay. Whereas I didn't take it corolla, I didn't take much interest in calyx because that are non-essential part of the flower. That are non-essential part of the flower. In that, androecium is male reproductive part. Androecium is male reproductive part, and gynoecium is a female reproductive part. Gynoecium is a female reproductive part. Individual unit of androecium. Individual unit of androecium is stamen. Individual unit of androecium is stamen. So, unit male reproductive part of the flower is stamen. We can say that individual unit is the stamen. Individual unit of gynoecium is pistil. Individual unit of gynoecium is pistil. Androecium, stamen, and gynoecium, pistil. A stamen will have two parts. One is filament, one is filament. It is not there now itself, filament. And a solen structure that is called as anther. A solen structure that is called as anther. In anther, what is produced? In anther, pollen grains. Pollen grains are produced. In anther, what is produced? Pollen grains are produced. What are pollen grains? Pollen grains is nothing but male gametophyte. Male gametophyte. How many cells? Male gametophyte is 3-celled. Male gametophyte is 3-celled. It will have one vegetative cell and two gametes, two male gametes that are nothing but sperm. That is nothing but male gamete that are nothing but sperm. That is male reproductive part. The female sex organ is a pistil. Female sex organ is a pistil. Will have how many parts? Will have 3 parts. What are the 3 parts? Ovary, style, and stigma. Ovary, style, and stigma. Ovary, style, and stigma. Okay. Now, and inside ovary will have one to many, in some cases one, in some cases many ovules. Many ovules. Many ovules. What are ovules? Ovule is nothing but sporangium. Which is sporangium? Megasporangium. Ovule is nothing but megasporangium. Okay. Now one ovule we will make it bigger. One ovule. एक ovule को बड़ा कर रहे हैं हम. One ovule, the central part. Can you guess the diagram and write the name of the tissue? Can you guess and diagram and name the tissue? क्या tissue होगा अंदर? क्या होगा tissue? Yes. Girls, yes, mashallah. This is nucellus. This is nucellus. Ovule, central tissue is nucellus, covered by integuments, covered by a protective covering that are called as integuments. This is one ovule, that is integuments. Now observe, यहाँ पे थोड़ा change in gymnosperm and angiosperm. Out of many cells, one cell, out of many cell, one cell transform itself into megaspore mother cell, transform itself into megaspore mother cell, transform itself into megaspore mother cell. This will undergo meiosis. This will undergo meiosis, meiotic division. This will undergo meiotic division. Meiotic division produces how many cells? Produces 4 cells. 4 cells. Produces 4 cells. Observe here, out of this 4 cell, I have drawn one bigger and 3 smaller. One bigger and 3 smaller. It produces 4 cell. Out of this 4 cell, 3 will disintegrate. 1 will develop into embryo sac. 1 will develop into embryo sac. 1 will develop into one embryo sac. 1 will develop into embryo sac. Is the thing visible to you people? नजर आ रहा आप लोगों को? Is it visible? Is developed into embryo sac. It is visible. Okay, embryo sac. So where embryo sac development took place, inside the ovule or outside the ovule? Inside the ovule or outside the ovule? Inside. Embryo sac. Okay. Now what are the different parts of embryo sac? Embryo sac में different part क्या है? यहाँ पे क्या करा था मैं? In case of gymnosperm, directly embryo sac का word ही नहीं लिया था. Directly I said that it produces many archegonia. Many archegonia बता दिया था मैं. This is what I said it. 4 to many archegonia, 3 to 2 to many archegonia. I said 2 to many archegonias are produced. That is what I said in case of gymnosperm. But now in case of angiosperm, we will have different cellular organization. The cell get organized into what? The cell will get organized into 8 marks के लिए आपको ये लिखना है. 8 marks board exam के लिए. Okay, organized into a cellular organization, central two nuclei that are called as polar nuclei. याद रखिए, the central two nuclei are called as polar nuclei. And in one pole, 3 cells. One pole, 3 cells that are called as egg apparatus. Egg apparatus that are called as egg apparatus. And towards another pole, we will have antipodals. Okay, a embryo sac will have how many cells? I am counting the cell now, import. This is a one red color one, which is given as a large one. That is a large central cell with how many nuclei? 2 nuclei. That is one cell. एक cell है, we will count 1 and 3 egg apparatus, 3 antipodals. Total how many cells are there? 7 cells are there. Angiosperm. In angiosperm, embryo sac is how many celled? That is 7 celled. Which are that 7 cell? One larger cell with how many nuclei? 2 nuclei and 3 cells that are egg apparatus, 3 cells that are egg apparatus and 3 cells that are antipodals. Egg apparatus में division हो क्या है? Egg apparatus will have 2 synergids and 1 egg cell. 2 synergids and 1 egg cell. So an embryo sac will have how many cells? 7 cells. In that, how many synergids? 2 synergids. How many egg? 1 egg. How many antipodals? 3 antipodals. How many central cell? 1 central cell. So where does that embryo sac development took place? Embryo sac development took place inside the ovule. It started with what? It started with a megaspore mother cell getting transformed from which tissue? From nucellar tissue. Nucellus produced one megaspore mother cell. Megaspore mother cell underwent what? Which division? Underwent meiotic division. Produced how many cells? 4 cells. Out of 4 cells, how many disintegrated? 3 disintegrated. How many survived? 1 survived. What happened to that survived cell? That survived cell grew into bigger one. What happened in further? Further division took place. Reorganization of cell took place. What are the reorganized cells? 3 different type of cell. What are the 3 different types of cell? One egg apparatus, the second central cell, and the third antipodal. Egg apparatus will have how many types of cell? 2 types of cell. What are the 2 types of cell? One is synergid. How many synergid? 2 synergid. How many egg cell? 1 egg cell. And how many central cell? 1 central cell. Central cell will have how many nuclei? 2 nuclei. Polar nuclei. Polar cell, that is 2 polar nuclei. So another pole, how many cells will be there? 3 cells. What are the 3 cells are called as? 3 cells are called as antipodals. Okay? ये थोड़ा कुछ डाउट्स रहे तो क्लियर कर लीजिए. I'll proceed further. लड़ो न को भाई, लड़ो. Sir, eucalyptus is that plant only which have discussed yesterday or smaller than the plant? Eucalyptus is a different plant. Eucalyptus is a different plant and sequoia is a different plant. Sequoia is the tallest plant. Total, all the plant, algae, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperm, angiosperm, पूरे plant में सब में बड़ा plant कौन सा है? Sequoia. Angiosperm में सब में बड़ा plant कौन सा है? That is eucalyptus. Synergids. 2 egg apparatus will have 2 synergids and 1 egg cell. Synergids के बारे में बहुत ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन आने वाला है. रिप्रोडक्शन इन फ्लावरिंग प्लांट, वहां पे बहुत ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन synergids का आने वाला है. इतना याद रखिए, प्रेजेंटली 2 synergids and 1 egg cell. That will have egg apparatus will have 2 synergids and 1 egg apparatus. Sir, hibiscus belongs to भाई डाइकाट है बिग. जल्दी काई को कर रहे भाई आप लोग? इज इट ब्लर ब्रो? एंड आई एम फेसिंग इट ब्रो, नॉट यू. अल्लाह अकबर. मैं क्या करूं भाई? आप ये इसमें लड़ाई झगड़ा कर लेके यहाँ पे क्लास में सुनो क्या की बोल रहा है इन्होंने. नेटवर्क चेक कर लीजिए, नहीं तो ब्राइटनेस फोन का कम कर लीजिए. समथिंग यू डू इट अल्टरनेटिव, एंड अदरवाइज रिकॉर्डेड क्लास देख लीजिए. समथिंग यू डू इट, बट इंस्टेड ऑफ फाइटिंग एक दूसरे की पैर खींच ले रहे हैं. वहां पे बैठे हो ना, दूसरे कहां की है, आप कहां की है, कुछ नहीं कर सकते. मार सकते क्या? नहीं कर सकते. क्या है ये ग्रुप में डिस्कशन? ये सब Why one person is facing a problem, why other person is arguing with that? नहीं हमारे को अच्छा दिख रहा है, आप कहीं को दिख रहा है. I'll take the consent from other students. Don't disturb me, don't disturb, please. Okay, यहाँ पे stop करेंगे, further कल continue करेंगे. Should I continue? Solan part compared to this, the solan part बड़ा हुआ, खुला हुआ हिस्सा, solan part. Any other doubt? Okay, we'll wind up. Okay, sir. Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Some students are saying continue also from girl side also. Should we continue or should we wind up? Okay, time is up. Tomorrow I'll continue. Inshallah, tomorrow I'll try to complete this chapter. Chapter मैं complete कर देता हूँ inshallah. Okay, Assalamu alaikum.